and welcome to Nutrition Therapy by Lucy. This is a channel where we talk about food, good nutrition, and health. Thank you for your support, for always watching my videos, leaving a comment, giving them a like. I am so grateful. But if you're here for the first time, please make sure you hit on that subscribe button, the red button. For the new subscribers, karibu sana. Feel welcomed. Here we talk all matters nutrition and health to make sure that we have or we live a healthy lifestyle. So today, as you can see, I have a beautiful lady with me. She'll be taking us through her pregnancy journey, just to share her story, and also remember, parenting, it is an ending journey of learning. And the fact that it does not come with motherhood, with a manual, just know that you are doing a good job. So Grace,
Yes.
karibu sana.
Asante sana.
And she knows some Swahili. So
Asante.
Grace, just take us through your pregnancy journey, how it
Yes.
was.
Yes. I think with my pregnancy, with the first baby, our first baby is a boy. It's baby Zion. For him, it was easy during my pregnancy. I was eating. I didn't have any problem with food. I think the challenge I had is now after I give birth. After I give birth now, my milk was not coming out well. It takes, I think, even after 3 days or more. So that time now my baby had developed a jaundice. So that was the challenge with the firstborn. Now the boy, and now the second one is now the second pregnancy was a bit challenging for me now with the eating process now. So during the first trimester until second trimester, I can't eat food with onions, garlic, and even tomato.
So there was that the aversion of the, maybe let's call them the spices.
Yes, so it was very challenging for me. So at that, for my first pregnancy, I was actually I had gained weight a lot, but now the second one, I was not gain. Only my belly is growing well, but for me, I was not gaining, and it was a bit challenging for me because now I have to choose food only to some food to boil, and dried food. But now the good thing with her, the second born, is after I gave birth to her, just after I think 2 days, my milk was coming out well, and even until now, so she's really healthy. So for me, that's for me the journey of now for the motherhood, for breastfeeding.
No, besides the food, what are the challenges? Maybe were you emotional? When it comes to pregnancy, we are emotional creatures.
Yes.
Were you maybe did you find yourself maybe more emotional?
Yeah, I think with the firstborn, I think yes. Yeah, I did, especially it's our first baby. So I was a bit emotional at that time, and yeah, I think for the firstborn, yes.
But you used to maybe to cry out of nothing.
Oh, I think that one, at least I didn't experience. I think for me, because now, I have to adjust now, sleeping now, especially lack of sleep. So I felt that one for me affects me a lot. So sometimes I will be frustrated because of lack of sleep, but crying out of, I think from that, no. Yeah.
Okay. What about maybe your antenatal clinics, your experience?
Yeah, so the ones for those checkups
Yeah,
now.
the checkups, yes.
Yeah, for those ones, I think it's okay. For our firstborn, we used to be going for the clinic, and yeah, yes.
And at maybe how many weeks, the trimester, did you start your first clinic, your visit?
For the first now when I was pregnant, so I think immediately we found out the second month or the third month, I start going already for the checkups.
Which is a very good thing, because actually the first trimester, those are the first 3 months of pregnancy.
Yes.
They are very critical. Everything is happening.
Yes.
Like the structure of the baby, the development, it is actually the critical period of development for fetal development. So you did a good thing.
Yes.
So now, Grace, you had a smooth pregnancy?
Yes, we thank God. Everything was normal. Yeah, smooth. Even delivery, it's normal with the first and the second baby.
Now, Grace, you've delivered. Now this is a small baby, fully dependent on you.
Yes.
Were you shocked? Were you excited? it comes with shocks, it comes with the excitement. How did you
Yes.
handle the motherhood for the first time?
Yes, I think for me, I have to adjust a lot. I mean, because I think for me, what challenged me now is have to, especially now with eating, have to be eating more. So I was a bit cautious with my weight because I used to be slim, and now I'm adding weight. I'm eating more. So sometimes I'm wondering, like there's some food that they say I should not eat, I should eat. So
What are some of those foods?
so like now for me, I usually like chili, Filipino, because of the way our culture is. We like chili on our food. So in Kenya they say you should not eat chili because of now the milk, they say it will stop. So that sometimes it crossed my mind. I wanted to ask what will happen if I take chili, let's say 1 or 2, and usually it's the chili itself we put on the food. Yeah, I wonder if it will affect my milk and the baby. Will it stop my milk, and will it affect her? So that's actually my question.
Actually, when it comes to breastfeeding and in nutrition, it is let me use the word moderation. We don't, there's nothing like restriction, but if it's your chili, do in moderation. If you can't do without coffee, do coffee in moderation. Because again, too much of the chili, too much of coffee, it can have some effects on your breast milk production. So your chili, you do not have necessarily to stop completely, but do in moderation. Kama ulikuwa unatumia 2, you can use 1. Yeah, but just do everything in moderation. The tea leaves, majani chai, wenye wanapenda majani chai, the coffee, all those stuffs, moderation is the key word. Yeah. Nice. And what other challenge? Because I also, as a first-time mother, sometimes you find yourself you don't know how to put the diaper. What are some of the challenges that maybe you look back and just laugh at yourself?
Yes. Before we get the baby, I was a bit concerned, like now, especially with diapers. And actually, there's like for us in our country, our parents used to use the
napkin.
The napkin. Now the one now it's you fold. So and then then you wash. So I was a bit worried. I thought I will have to use all that and do all that work, and my mom used to do all those work. So when it comes now to the diaper,
you are worried of maybe washing the poop.
I think now the first month was a bit challenging, but later on now we started adjusting. I think the only challenge for me is now and then I have to keep waking up because of her diaper change. His diaper change now, looking at the time. So with the poop now we have adjusted with the pee. So we had learned later on, all this now, adjusting now how to put a diaper on. Yes.
And those waking up at the middle of the night?
I think for me that was the most challenging part. Yeah, that was the most challenging part, but I thank God for the grace.
Okay, what about when it comes to breastfeeding? Sometimes breastfeeding, many people we think it is a natural art, but actually it is something that you need to learn as a mother. And also it's a learning art for the baby. Did you experience some of the breastfeeding challenges? Some maybe even latching the baby correctly? What are some of the challenges you encountered?
I think with the our firstborn, I was having a problem with, sometimes I was wondering if I'm holding him well, because now for him, he keeps waking up. Yeah, well, now I don't know if my milk is coming out well, but now, after now, I mean, that process, I've learned just to carry him well. They said that I have to, he needs to suck well on now the breast. So I think for the firstborn we were more challenged, but the second one it was just smooth.
A pro.
Yeah, I think it's because of from the first one we have really learned a lot from that experience.
And maybe did you have maybe issues with the breast? Sometimes it can be difficult. You find that a mom is breastfeeding on from one breast, but you can't alternate. Do you experience such?
For me, no. I think most of the time I alternate. Yes.
Oh, that's great, because I remember my experience with breastfeeding from left. The left, it was a challenging for me, and actually it brought some issues which I'll share later, not here. So Grace, anything else maybe you you experienced, be it in your pregnancy, now breastfeeding? Yes.
For me, I think for the second born for us, just like
Mhm.
what I say, it was easier. For the first born is the time when I didn't get enough milk and my son developed a jaundice. That was those challenges, and I think for us that's it. And I think during the firstborn is my challenge was now to stop him. So I was thinking I was wondering how the milk will stop in itself. So those ones are the things that crossed my mind before.
Yeah, because actually when it comes to breastfeed, maybe even the jaundice developed because
Yes.
the baby was not breastfeeding, because
Yes.
when a child is born kuna hiyo anaweza kuja na hiyo the yellow coloration, but it clears as the baby poops, that the black poop, the meconium, it helps to clear the jaundice. So maybe the jaundice came along because the baby was not breastfeeding.
Yeah.
So it's always good when you have your baby, if the milk is there, please breastfeed on demand, not on schedule. Don't schedule your newborn. You're going to breastfeed after 30 minutes, after 2 hours. Just breastfeed as much as you can.
You can ask the question.
Okay. I think my first question will be, how what will I do, let's say first when my baby's having hiccups, since like for her she's 2 months old. For 2 months old, I was wondering if I can give her already water if she's having hiccups, or what should I do when she's having hiccups?
Let's start there. Giving water. No, don't give your child water, don't give your babies water until they are 6 months old. Reason, the breast milk itself, it has water. When you read about the breast milk composition, after when you are feeding, it's more watery, and that represents that the breast milk itself, it has water. Then when you come to the hind milk, that's where you get all the nutrients. So note that your baby, don't introduce water or any other fluid before 6 months old. Anything apart from the breast milk, it's only medication, and not over-the-counter medication, one prescribed by your doctor. So water, your tumeka, it's a net. Don't give your baby water. Maybe when your baby has hiccups, you can try to burp them, to just rub maybe from the back. Then after imetulia kidogo, you can try to breastfeed them. But also it's not recommended you do it immediately, because actually you can choke them. So wait until it's not that too much, then you can try to breastfeed. But don't give water, don't give, I don't know, gripe water. All the mothers, we know them, don't just give water. Yes.
Nice. I think my second question will be, like now for me, I'm a bit worried to gain a lot of weight because of breastfeeding. I have to keep eating. So what should I do? Is there how can I maintain my weight, but still my baby is taking a lot of nutrition and milk from me. What should I be eating? What should I cut down?
Wow, weight gain and breastfeeding, you just find yourself you are ballooning immediately after we give birth. The idea is eating smart, eating all the foods, and making just wise decisions. When it comes to carbohydrates, we gain our weight from the carbohydrates we eat. These are the whites. Your chapati, ugali, your rice, that will get excess of the weight gain. So if you want to manage your weight, just eat carbohydrates in moderation. Again, don't restrict yourself from carbohydrates. Remember, you need energy. And when you don't eat these energy giving foods after breastfeeding, you might even collapse because you don't have the energy. So if it comes to carbohydrates, you can choose wisely. Instead of doing the white bread, you can go for the brown bread. And also the amount you can do. If you are used to maybe the 6 slices, you can do 3 slices and apply. You can do, instead of doing margarine, you can do avocado. You can do a good sandwich with your veggies, with your fruits. You can do a good sandwich. And also when it comes to rice, if you can afford the brown one, the better. But also if you can't, the white one, use in moderation, the portioning. Yeah, that's the key thing. And also you can, instead of doing maybe the white bread, you can do the arrowroots. I don't know whether you know
Yeah.
ndoma.
Yeah, doma, the
Ndoma,
arrowroots
yeah,
now.
the sweet potato, all
Yes.
those, they are good carbohydrates, good sources of carbohydrates. And when you make wise decisions on carbohydrates, you'll be able to manage your weight. And also breastfeeding, it helps a lot when it comes to breastfeeding. Remember, anytime you breastfeed, you are burning almost 500 to 700 calories when you're breastfeeding. So actually, breastfeeding, it's a good way of helping a mom to go back to your pre-pregnancy weight. So choose your carbs very wisely and also breastfeed as much as you can.
Nice.
Yeah.
Oh, thank you for
But don't be afraid of the weight. It will actually just go.
Yes.
But if you encourage it with eating, let me say eating bad, you are eating all your junk,
Yes.
carbohydrate just anyhowly, maybe you're not even working out, it will just pile.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you for that. I think I have the last question I will ask is like now my baby is developing some rashes on her face. So now I'm wondering now if it's the food or because even on her private part, so we're thinking we're thinking if it's the food I'm eating that is affecting her, or so how do I work on that?
When it comes to babies, I would advise any parent there, don't just assume anything. It could be the rash, it could be maybe the type of, maybe, let me say lotion, oil, maybe the type of lotion that you're using. If it's perfumed, remember the skin is very delicate, fragile. The baby can just react to anything. It could be maybe the food, it could be the type of the lotion you are using, and it could be maybe something maybe internally it just coming out as rashes. So when you notice that maybe it's severe, maybe it started with the cheeks, with the skin, the whole body, now to the private parts, it's always good to take the baby to the hospital. Remember, also these small human beings, they can't communicate what's going on. So it's always good when you stop maybe the type of soap.
Yes.
If it's perfumed, just maybe stop. The lotion, go for the recommended ones. And also, if you are eating maybe some foods, some children might even react to milk.
Yes.
To the milk protein. So the good thing is to just go to the hospital, and after the doctor checks the baby, they are able to make a good diagnosis. Yes. We can't conclude it is the food, it is the soap, it is the lotion. Just take the baby to the hospital for a good diagnosis. Yes.
Thank you for that.
Most welcome. So Grace, thank you for sharing your story. Also, you in the comment section, just share your story, the challenges, breastfeeding challenges, your pregnancy journey, and I'll be glad to read and also to reply to your comments. And as usual, turn on the notification bell so that anytime you upload a new video, you get notified, and subscribe for more of the nutrition tips, counseling, and health education. It's a bye-bye.